Alexander, your aka the Lady Jagaban. And it's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful Friday, and we have a special guest in the house today. So sit, relax, I will be right back.
Chief David Baba Femi Branch is a filmmaker, singer, songwriter, playwright, and poet. As a singer, he was choir director for 3 churches in Abeokuta between 1992 to 2003. During that time, he had the divine privilege of composing the crusade anthem titled Let Your Fire Fall for the Rayad Bunker Crusade in Abeokuta, Ogun State. He is an ordained minister of the gospel and served as associate pastor in Lagos and Abeokuta, Ogun State. Femi started his acting career at the About Femi Branch University in Ile-Ife in 1991 when he took an interest in a stage play, Enio, directed by Chuck Mike. His next stint was a language movie produced by staff of the university's acting company titled Oriru, where he played a minor character as one of the palace guards in the story. He went on to partake in a major Nollywood-Hollywood collaboration titled Omen of Love, directed by Lloyd Weaver, and subsequently partook in several stage plays in the university and in Lagos, Warri, Abeokuta, Ibadan, and Ilorin, before hitting his major break in 2003 when he played the leading man in the MTN Dance With Me television commercial. His next job, which was a major television drama series, made Femi Branch a true household name across Africa, and this he found through his excellent portrayal of the controversial character of Oscar in the hit television series titled Domino. After Domino, he has also featured prominently on projects like Tade Ogedon's Behind the Siege, Tunji Bamishigben's Harmony Estate, Wale Adenuga's Super Story, and Mnet's Doctor's Quarters and Tinsel. With these, he remains a favorite of television audiences across the African continent. His recent television credits include Ajoche, Desperate Housewives Africa, Las Giddy Cops, among others. He has starred in over 100 movies in Yoruba and English languages and countless television and stage performances. His first movie screenplay, Rebirth, was produced under the title Melodies of Life in 2001 and directed by John Uche. He self-produced his second movie, Away From Home, in 2005 and also wrote and directed the movie Ifeja Fumi and drama skits and events flow for the African Magic Viewers' Choice Awards AMVCA in 2013. In 2010, he published an anthology of 50 poems and 3 plays, which he titled From Sembora. This publication has won him more respect amongst his colleagues, fans and admirers as not just a talented actor, but a highly cerebral artist who explores every imaginable medium to effectively communicate his art. He is the proud recipient of countless industry and special recognition awards, spanning his 29 years career as a filmmaker and writer. Baba Femi Branch was appointed an Ogun State Cultural Ambassador in 2015 by the administration of His Excellency Senator Ibukunle Amosun, Governor of Ogun State, through the Office of the Honorable Minister of Culture. He is the founder and president of the Ijebu Pride Network Internal and EduCorps Association International. He is a member of the National Association of Nigerian Theatre Arts Practitioners, NANTAP, and the Actors Guild of Nigeria, AGN, among other professional bodies. On the 10th of March 2018, he was installed as the Jaguar-Shah of Edeland by His Majesty Oba Dr. Adeshola Muniruddin Lawal, the Timi of Edeland. Chief David Baba Femi Branch is married and blessed with 2 lovely children.
Welcome you to the show, sir. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
I am one of your fans. Seeing you was like a wow for me. We are very grateful for you coming here on our show. So for you to be coming all the way, I'm sure some of you don't know where our studio is. For him to take his time to drive down to this place, we are really, really honored. Now, quickly, sir, How do you struggle being a filmmaker, a songwriter, and a producer?
Well, it's they're all related. They're all related. I've done more playwriting than songwriting actually in the past few years.
Oh, okay.
So it's all related. You understand? So it's not like I'm doing anything outside of whatever. The only one that has really suffered a bit is the playwriting, because that takes that requires you to like step back a bit from your normal routine of work to you know, somewhere serene, to be able to like gather your thoughts enough to be able to put it down. So it's not been easy really, but over the years managed to like work out a system that you can, you know, just step out of one, step into another, come back and all that.
Okay, now sorry that I need to ask. While we're talking, you were telling us about you being a chief. That's like something different from normal things most actors do.
Well, not really, because it was after I actually became the Judge of Edeland that I discovered that quite a lot of actors, you know, also have chieftaincy titles.
Okay.
There are a lot of them, far more than you can even imagine. So they're the obvious ones that we know they're repeated, which even the ones that we won't even know, like Genevieve Naji and all, they have chieftaincy titles. Yeah, but it depends on the kind of title you have and the kind of responsibilities that go with it. So that's why it seems like my own is just like out there and everything, because it's not just some ceremonial thing and all of that, you understand? So that's why it's like that. So
because I know being a chief in a village or in a certain state, it requires you going there for a lot of sitting, trying to settle one or two things. So, but if you have the strength to like shuffle the board, so that is really nice. So which of it is your first love, your wife, your career?
What to you? As in, like, seriously, what am I supposed to say to that? So, be like, you don't get room for me for your house. No, they go send me call. Can you imagine? Wow, that one doesn't even require an answer. I mean, what? Yeah,
sorry,
you can't even compare that.
Most celebrities in court. We have so many of them, neighbors, having issues in their homes. So for an actor who does a lot of things, having your family, your job, so how do you really manage the both?
Well, it's not easy, really. What even stands our job out as being even more unique is the fact that everything we do is in the public space. You know, there's no privacy and all of that, so that puts a whole lot of strain on your marriage, your relationship, even with your children, with your friends, with everybody around you. Everybody suffers, you know, so it's not easy really. So the only women that manage to stay married to actors or entertainers generally, I think they should be the one that should be branded as superwomen, because they have to like endure so much, and I mean, like half the time you're not even home, you understand? Most of the time your house was not known. Sometimes, like way back then, I would go to work, I'll come back when my son was still very young, and the guy would be somebody that would play together a lot and everything. Maybe I'll go for like 2 weeks and I'll come back and I want to carry the guy will just be like, guy, who you be in Alpha? You understand? So everything and everyone around you suffers. So it is not easy, but you know, by God's grace, we just manage to pull through.
Okay, sir. So let's talk about the movie industry. Over the years, do you think Nollywood are they there yet?
Well, it's very funny. Every time I hear that question, I do you think Nollywood is there now? I'm almost tempted to ask, are they where yet? You understand? Where exactly are we supposed to be? Really, because the thing is, every industry keeps striving. There's nothing extraordinary about Nollywood. Like I said, everything we do just seems to be different because we're in the public, you know, space. You know, we're just like every other industry, like the legal profession. Like if I can imagine a profession like the legal profession, all of the problems that it's going through recently in our country and everything, where the rule of law does not even seem to have any effect and everything, where judges are, we used to look at them as being like the untouchables and all of that, but now judges are being flogged left and right, and you understand that kind of thing. So every industry has its own challenges and all of that. You know, we are not where we were like 20, 30, 40 years ago, and that shows that there's growth, there's movement, there's improvement. It might be slow, but there is growth, there is movement, and we will keep striving. You understand? We'll keep striving. Even Hollywood can't say they are there yet. So that's why I'm saying the there is very much a big question, because nobody can say they are there, because everybody keeps moving, everybody keeps striving. Yeah, so yeah. So I believe that we're moving, and that's what's important.
Okay, now let's talk about your project.
Yes.
I think that is, I've been seeing it all over the internet.
Yes.
Can you please hint our viewer more about this project?
Well, it's called the Femi Branch Playfest. It's a celebration of my dramatic writings. I'm going to be 50 in May, so I thought that instead of just doing a party like is the normal thing with most of us, I thought that I would do something more impactful. So I now, because I published my first anthology, that's my first book in 2010, when I celebrated my 40th birthday. And had a collection of 3 plays and 50 poems. So I have a new set of plays I'm supposed to publish this year. So I thought, instead of just publishing the plays, why don't we take one of the plays and put it on tour? So I decided to take one of my, in fact, the biggest play in the book, which is Kume. That's an adaptation of the story of Queen Esther. Because now these days we're talking a lot about women empowerment, girl-child empowerment, and all of that. True. And the story of Queen Esther in the Bible, well, apologies to those who are not Christians who might not know the story, but for those who know the story, it's a story of emergence, of a young lady coming out, emerging when her nation needed a savior, needed somebody to stand in the gap for them. And that's what Esther did. She was a girl. She was not a grown woman. She was a girl. She was a young girl that was burdened with the responsibilities of sacrificing her life for an entire nation. And she rose up gallantly to do that, you know. And what the statement she made has become a very iconic statement over the centuries, over the years, which is, if I perish, I perish. That's a young girl. For a young girl to get to that point and say, look, okay, my people cannot, you understand, I cannot allow my people to, so if I perish, then I perish, but I will save my people. So that is what we've decided to. So we had to take this story, put it in a play, adapt it to a Nigerian setting, and take it around 10 cities in Nigeria. Wow. So we're taking the play around 10 cities, and one of the most interesting things about it is that I decided to use the opportunity also to mentor students. Wow. I have a lot of people sending me messages on Instagram. 10 cities
you're going to visit, that's what you're going to be doing in each city? Like
yes, we're performing the play in each of those cities. Okay. No, we're doing the mentorship program in Ife at the About Femi Branch University. Okay. So it is student. I could have used professional actors for the play, but I decided to use it as an opportunity to mentor upcoming actors too, because I get a lot of requests from them. Oh, I want to work with you. I want you to help me. I want to be an actor. I want to be that and all that. So I decided to use this as an opportunity to do that. So we're working with over 100 actors, and we're visiting 10 cities. So during the course of the tour, we're going to have a break in Lagos, or we're going to have the main festival. That's the Playfest itself. That is where we now have four of my other plays: Po, Shalanga, Jungle Justice, and the Ankara Committee.
You said it's going to be by May. You're going to be 50, and that's the more reason why you want to use. It's like an empowerment.
That's right.
Because I see what most of our celebrities are doing. So for you to take out your time to visit 10 cities and also groom upcoming actors is a good one. Did you just sit down and say, okay, let me do this? Or is this something you've been nothing, having as an idea that one day God gives me this opportunity, I am going to empower a lot of people?
Yeah, like I said, I get a lot of requests from young upcoming actors who want to be mentored by me, who, as I'm sure they also reach out to other actors as well. And I'm one person that believes in making impact. I do not believe in frivolities. I do not believe in, I'm not a party person. So a lot of my colleagues will even tell you that I don't attend parties, and even when they attend me, I'm not the, you understand? So not because I have anything against it, but really I believe in making impact. I've been, in fact, at the point my wife got tired of me because I kept toying with different ideas about this 50th thing. Okay, am I going to do it? Am I going, okay, am I going to do okay? Because I'm receiving another chieftaincy title. Oh, in my hometown to celebrate it. So I'm like, okay, should I just come put the old, you know? And at the end of the day, I was like, look, at the end of the day, I want to do something that it is impactful. So why don't I just do this? You understand? Instead of just, you know, hiring professional actors for this, why don't I use students, train them, and they're even going to get paid at the end of the day. Wow. So it's not as if somebody might think, oh, okay, maybe he's using students because he wants cheap labor. No, they're going to get paid.
Wow.
So we want to give them an opportunity to practice their craft on a professional level. You understand? So because right now these days, man, nobody they wait to graduate to forget that matter. Right from school, where you was right. No. I tell people if you want, they tell me you want to act. I tell them go to school. Go to school, because we always say the difference between those that went to school and those that didn't. Forget, let's not fool ourselves. You know, but what I'm saying is, these days nobody waits to graduate before like empowering yourself, or before thinking about your livelihood or anything like that. When we were in school, we were already working, taking productions to share Loguna and doing all of that, and the awareness is even higher these days. You understand? So I'm like, you don't have to wait to finish school before you now start. Okay, so what am I going to do with my certificate? So you start from now to build that. When we're in school, then we're already. I had my colleagues then that were already in Fuji House of Commotion, and John and Jama, Judora, Ernest Obi, that were already doing professional production even while we were in school. So there's no reason why it should be different now. So I just feel that, look, instead of what we do, I'm not criticizing anybody, but I think it's just funny. Everybody, the next celebrity, the next thing you see them buying Indomie and going to orphanage and going to give, and I'm like, you can do something more impactful than that. You understand? We don't always have to, all of us can't sleep and put our head in the same direction. You understand? You can do something if you really want to help people. You understand? Not just you want to rub or massage your own ego. Then think of something that will impact. It doesn't have to be plenty.
Lifetime.
Yeah, it can be one person. You understand? You can pick one person and say, okay, this one person, this is what I want to do in your life and everything, and you would have made impact. So that's what drove this. You know, over time, I didn't read that. Come to that decision in a day or in a week. It took time. It took months of thinking. Like, okay, what do I do? How do I do this? How can we make the most impact? And this is where we are right now.
Wow. So for how long is it going to last? Your birthday is going to be from May, or you're going to start it right now?
No, we're starting. Yeah, we're starting rehearsals in March in Ife. We're having the auditions next week in Ife. Then we're having the rehearsals all through the month of March. We're having the first show in Ife, because every weekend from the 3rd of April, we're going to be performing in different cities every weekend. So we're starting from Ife, 3rd to 5th of April, we're in Ife. The weekend after that, we're in Akure. The weekend after that, we're in Ado-Ekiti. Then to Ibadan, then to Ijebu-Ode, Ikorodu, Badagry, Benin, Abuja, then Lagos, of course. So every weekend from the 3rd of April, we're in a different city. And the play is live.
Mine's one side. Now,
and I didn't even mention the title of the play, Kume the musical. I can't believe I actually spoke to them and didn't mention the title. That's the title of the play.
What did you call
Kume.
it?
Kume. Yeah. Kume. By the way, let me just mention that Kume is my mother's name.
Okay.
Yeah, so I decided to change the name of the lead character, which is Queen Esther, to Kume, because I adapted the story to a Nigerian setting.
Okay.
So Kume the musical, that's the title of the play. I named it Kume because that's my mother's name, because I actually changed all the names in the story to Badagry name. My mom is from Badagry. And this is also, aside from using to celebrate I'm using to celebrate two things: my 50th birthday and my mom's 80th birthday, because she's going to be 80 in October.
Wow,
so this is for my mom, really, majorly, more than for me, because she's the superwoman. You understand? So and she inspired all of this somehow.
Mommy,
yes,
we're proud of you. Now, you're always moving around. How do you relax? How do you like all the hustle? How do you really relax?
Well, I find joy in my work. Like most of us that are in this business, I know that quite a lot of us, we create our fun in our work. I'm sure that also applies to someone like you as well, because you hardly have time. There's no time that because the nature of our job is such that it is when people are holiday. Now they provide the entertainment for the holiday. When they have vacation, now there's no break, there's no holiday, there's no vacation, there's nothing. While normal people are doing that, now which kind of life we can't say? Why then they you understand? So you just have to create your own fun and find that spot in the work, and you're happy. So that's why it's the passion that drives you. So most of the time when we're working, maybe okay, we just finish work, okay, maybe let's just go sit out and hang out and everything. We just create our fun around our work. Then maybe the few times that maybe I'm not on location, maybe I have like a day, 2 days, 1 week, God forbid, sometime 1 month where you don't see work, God forbid. You understand? But those few days, just sit down, and I'm mostly home. When I'm not working, I'm in my house. If I'm not working for a month, I am in my house. Yes, I do movies. I love watching movies 24/7. Once I don't have my inverter, whatever is on, I have fuel, I have everything. DSTV is fully subscribed, food, small shack. I'm in my house.
Let's let's talk about if for partnership, how can they contact you? And for those who also want to be part of what you're doing so they can learn and enhance what they are doing in their different careers, especially in the acting part of it, how can they come in?
Thank you very much. Actually, this as we can see, is not something that one person can do alone. Basically, right now I'm driving it with my own media resources. Yeah. So we've been talking to some. Thankfully, we've had some people that have come on board already. So we're looking to have more people. You know, we need as much help as we can get. The more assistance we get, the more people we're going to be able to like reach out to. Yeah. So of course we have a presence on social media and all that. That's Cinetronics Entertainment. Then of course Femi Branch is on Instagram. They can send me a mail at Cinetronics that's cinetronicsent@gmail.com. You know, or just visit my page on Instagram. You just get across. That's like the easiest place. And for those, we're making it open more to the people, to students who are resident in Ife.
Okay.
We have like 4 different institutions, if not more, in Ife alone. We have the About Femi Branch University, we have the Ududua University, we have like 2 or 3 others. So our hands are full already. But if there's anybody that also, if there's any way, you know, you want to also join, you feel that okay, you can say anything. No, don't worry, we don't deserve your spot. So feel free, just get across and let's do this. Let's do this. So please, we need as much help, as much support as we can get for the Femi Branch Play Fest. Come at the musical, and you know we can't do it alone. So
now,
please.
so that the whole show is not going to be boring. Like, can you sing, like, pick any of your song? Because you're a songwriter as well. Let's do a little bit of, you know, now.
Very interesting.
Yes.
Okay, this is actually one of the songs that's from the play that we're talking about. Okay. So it's one of the songs from the play, Come at the musical. It's called Eletigbari. So it's when the people came out, when they said they were going to kill, when Haman was trying to conspire for them to kill all the Jews, and the Jews now came out with, you know, to plead with Esther to, you know, save them. Eletigbari, abeti lukarabi ajere. Eletigbari, abeti lukarabi ajere. Feti sebewa o, àwa kò lẹ́lòmíràn. Lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ o, bàbá wa, Eletigbari.
Wow. That's a wonderful one. So, but before we call it a day, we want you to advise our youth, because you agree with me, a lot of things have been happening. Because I actually watched one of your skits where you were really angry talking to Nigerian government and all. So please advise our government, even the youth, because when some of them see people like you, they feel it's just there like simple thing. You know, no say you don't work, like you're coming from a very beginning. Please, we need your advice. They need your advice.
Well, the only thing I would say is that Yoruba people have an adage, that means it's something that we work for, that endures, that lasts, you know. And they also say, that means our hand, that is what you achieve with your hands, will not, I'm trying. Whatever you achieve with your hand will not deceive you. That's literally translated, you understand? Which means you make your own fortune, you understand? So, the only thing I would say is this: any kind of shortcut in life, most of the time leads to disaster. Any kind of shortcut. You know, life, the journey of life, success and everything, it does not work well with shortcuts. Look at most people that try to get shortcuts to success and everything, it always ends up badly. They might look fantastic for a while, the whole thing might blow for a while, but after some, it doesn't endure. The people that endure, the millionaires, the billionaires that we're talking about today, that we're celebrating, you understand? The celebrities that we're celebrating today, that the ones that are really standing, not the flash in the pans, are those that worked hard to build their name, to build their business, to build their fortune, to build their legacies. You understand? You hear like somebody like is it Jimovia or who is it? I think of Zenith Bank that started his bank with just 20 million naira. and look at where Zenith is. You understand? You hear people like Otedola that tell you their success stories and tell you that look, it's not beans and rice. You understand? You hear somebody like Abiola that said that he used to sell plantain with bare shoes and bare feet and everything. You understand? So these are stories that we're talking about them today because they worked hard. So if you are looking for shortcuts, you are trying to do Yahoo and yeah, it will flourish for a while and everything and all, but it never ends well. History itself, just go check the records, read, find out from people. It never lasts. Some people will last for a time. There's so many names we used to talk about people. Clinical this and this. Oh, that's where are they today? The only fortune, the only celebrity or stardom that lasts, that endures, is the one that you work hard to achieve. Pray, work hard, leave the rest to God.
Thank you very much for coming on our show. We once again say big thank you. And we appreciate you for coming.
Thank you so much.
So our viewers out there, if you want to know about the program, you want to sponsor, go on his Instagram page, Facebook page, and you get all the necessary information. He needs you, we all need you to make, especially because of his mom, to make it a successful one. Thank you all and have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much.